Hi, I'm Mimi Cirbusova, co-founder of Compass Rose History Experiences. My business partner Andrea Canese and I are your history storytellers. Since this is 10 by 10, we thought it only appropriate to share our top 10 favorite historic buildings that are still in use today. We split this list down the middle, each taking our 5 favorites. So let's start the countdown. First up, we have the Binns Fireproof Warehouse, now owned by West Coast Block Theater. Built in 1926, it had electric elevators and airtight vaults to house furniture and clothing. Quite impressive for that time. The same year, the Sarasota County Courthouse was also constructed. Designed by Dwight James Baum, the courthouse originally featured a reflecting pool. Apparently, an alligator or two found this to be quite a lovely spot to sun themselves. Also completed in 1926 by Dwight James Baum is the Sarasota Times building. You might be thinking, wait, doesn't it say 1899 above the entrance? And you would be correct. That was the founding year of the Sarasota Times newspaper by CBS and Rose Wilson, who moved from the village of Manatee. Rose continued to run the weekly paper after CBS's death in 1910, and you'll quickly find that she is one of our favorite historical heroes. Now moving forward in time, we have next on our list the Blue Pagoda building. Designed by a founding member of the Sarasota School of Architecture, Victor Lundy, this 1956 Japanese garden-inspired structure is a sight to behold. Built for the Chamber of Commerce, the structure features gorgeous blue glazed tile from Japan, which local civic leader Carl Bickel sought out specifically for this project. Both Andrea and I have backgrounds in education, so it goes without saying that we have an affinity for her third favorite, Sarasota High School. Its collegiate Gothic style was actually fairly new at the time, and the architect chosen for the project was Malachi Leo Elliott. When the school opened in 1927, 750 students began their year here. The Sarasota Herald referred to this building as modern and complete as money and brains could make it. One of the unique new features of the building were steel lockers for each and every student. Now, I could probably do an entire presentation just on this building. Designed by Francis Palmer Smith in a neoclassical style for the American National Bank, this is one of the 3 earliest skyscrapers in Sarasota at 10 stories tall. In December of 1926, the Sarasota Herald described how safe the building was, saying, "Excessive winds have twice failed to displace as much as a crumb of plaster," again proving the sagacity of the architect and the meticulous care of the contractor. Unfortunately, things did crumble for those inside of the building. The Great Depression hit everyone in the country hard, and Sarasota was certainly no exception. Luckily, in 1936, the building finally reopened as the Sarasota Orange Blossom Hotel, which it remained for over 30 years. The Sarasota Press store was completed in 1932 by press architect Edward Sibbert. But even more specifically, ours is one of only 3 press stores that were considered to be a Spanish-themed Art Deco style. Samuel H. Kress considered each of his buildings as civic art and insisted that they be a reflection of the community that they are in. A few years after the building of the Press, the Sarasota Municipal Auditorium was completed just in time for the opening of the Sarah DeSoto celebration on February 24, 1938. To illustrate how necessary this project was for the city, more than 3,000 people attended that opening celebration. The only other large indoor space in the city at that time was the Miramar Auditorium, but this historian recalls that that space only sat 1,200. Now, it's no coincidence that both mine and Andrea's number 1 favorite buildings were built by people who truly loved this community. The Sarasota Opera House, built by A.B. Edwards, the city's first mayor and a true Sarasota native, opened on April 10th of 1926 as the Edwards Theater, much to great fanfare. Several stores throughout the area placed ads in that day's paper to offer congratulations to Mr. Edwards, including this one by the New York department store. Such a theater has considerably enhanced the social conditions as well as the value of every piece of property in the city. Last, but certainly not least, Charles Ringling's Sarasota Terrace Hotel. Charles was a true civic leader, and in fact, Ringling Boulevard is named in his honor by the city, whereas his brother John tended to name things after himself. Fun fact, the Sarasota Terrace Hotel frequently advertised their big baked potato, which came with every entree served in their restaurant. All of these buildings are wonderful examples of historic structures that are still in use today. We often say it's not good because it's old because it's good. When we save history, we make history. Thank you.